everyone, Radhe Radhe. So today we're doing chapter 3, verse 26. And I wanted to just talk very, very briefly about gratitude. My path, I started off as an atheist 5, 6 years ago. I was an atheist, and I went down the personal growth road, and then I went into spirituality, and I'm now like so much into this. With this daily Gita studies, it's getting more and more ingrained in me. So I had a question yesterday that got answered by somebody, and I was just incredibly blown away, incredibly just I can't even understand how it's possible for me to have my question answered so beautifully. Um, it's all Krishna's mercy, right? So I wanted to talk about gratitude. You might have heard, write 10 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that you're grateful for every day. Write it and not just say it, and be grateful and be whatever. And this may sound like a cliche, but it was gratitude that got me to where I'm at right now. I don't know if I mentioned this before in any of my videos, but if I have, well, there's so many videos, I'll say it again right now. I was an atheist and I started practicing gratitude. And through the act of practicing gratitude, I started to realize that everything that has happened in my life, even though in that moment I felt that it was painful and it was like, burning off karma because it was so painful, I started to realize just how many blessings there are, because it's the glass half full, glass half empty thing, right? We don't notice the good things. We only notice the bad things. It's not that good things aren't happening. We just don't notice them. So when we start practicing gratitude actively, like writing, making a decision that we're going to think about things that we're grateful about 3 times, the 3 things or 10 things a day even, and then start by acting, incorporating it in as a way of life, like everything, every moment is supporting us, everything is supporting us. So when we start doing that and we start noticing all the good things that are happening to us and we start seeing the glass half full, then at some point it just becomes impossible to feel that this is just random, right? We start to notice patterns, like this happened and then this happened and then this happened and this happened and this happened, and it was so perfect because then this happened, and just look at that, how amazing it is that that happened. And we create that chain, we start to create that chain, and we start to see that there is a rhyme and a reason to this madness. It's not just all random. And that's what got me into spirituality and believing that there is something supporting me, something, someone. And eventually I came to this. I came to Krishna consciousness and believing that Krishna is supporting me. So yeah, just I'm feeling very, very grateful today. There is an immense amount to be grateful for today for me. It's been it's been a really crazy ride today, and yeah, it just made me realize that I should encourage you guys to start practicing gratitude if you're not already, or deepen it if you are already, because there is always a step deeper to get to, always. Okay, so let's sing chapter 3, verse 26. Here Bhagwan Shri Krishna is continuing to talk about Karma Yoga and how important it is versus Karma Kand. Na buddhi bhedam janayeda jnanam ajnanam karma sanginam joshayet sarva karmani vidvan yuktah samacharan. Okay. So as to not disrupt the minds of ignorant men attached to fruitive results of prescribed duties, a learned person should not induce them to stop work. Rather, by working in the spirit of devotion, he should engage them in all sorts of activities. So, saying again, the leader should not disrupt the minds of ignorant men by not working himself. He should work himself in the spirit of devotion and set an example and engage them in activities as well. Okay, so na buddhi bhedam janayeda, not disruption of intelligence he should cause. So the learned should not cause this, that comes later, but the learned should not cause disruption of intelligence. Ajnanam karma sanginam, of the foolish, karma sanginam, attached to fruitive work. Now he's saying at one point he had said that karma kand is okay if you cannot do karma yoga, and so it's okay to do fruitive work, to do work with the desire for results. And so here he's saying the foolish. I get a little bit triggered when there are words like that are judgmental words. Where people are on their path and they are where they are, and I mean it's okay. You can call them names, but I feel like it's unnecessary. So of the foolish who are attached to fruitive work, so the learned should not cause disruption of intelligence of people. I'm going to say people because it feels better to me, who are attached to fruitive work. Josayet sarva karmani, he should instead serve all karmani work, karmani work. He should dovetail, basically, in the translation he said he should work in the spirit of, like, he should dovetail all work, he should work himself in the spirit of devotion, is how they translated, Prabhupada translated it here. Vidvan yukta samacharan. Vidvan is the person who's learned. That's where the learned comes in. Yukta, engaged, practicing. So the learned should then engage them in all sorts of activities. She should engage them in practices of all sorts of activities. He should dovetail all work. He should do the work himself in the spirit of devotion and engage other people in the work as well. So the translation by Swami Mukundanand is very similar. The wise should not create discord in the intellects of ignorant people who are attached to fruitive. Ignorant people, yeah, that's still better than foolish people. I like that. I'll go with that. Who are attached to fruitive actions by inducing them to stop work, rather by inducing them to stop work. Yeah, so that's another thing. The learned should not induce them to stop work. They should do this. So rather, by performing their duties in an enlightened manner, they should inspire the ignorant to also do their prescribed duties. So okay, so that's similar. And so here he's saying that there are two options. People in material consciousness are two options. I really like Swami Mukundanand's translations. He's very in his commentaries. So he said either they're willing to work hard for fruitive actions, or they want to give up everything because work is too difficult. So between the two, working hard for fruitive actions is far superior to the escapist approach. So that's karma kand. When you're working, that's okay. That's the Bhagwan Shri Krishna also says that's okay. If you can't do karma yoga, then do karma kand. That's okay. So it's better to do that than to not do any work at all. And then the spiritually wise in Vedic knowledge should inspire the ignorant to perform their duties with attentiveness and care. So yeah. So and then the question here that he asks, that's answered in the next two verses, is if both the ignorant and the wise perform Vedic actions, then what is the difference between them? And so Bhagwan Shri Krishna explains it in the next two verses. And what is there anything else that I saw here? Yeah, okay, that's it. So yeah, that's it for verse 26. Let's do verse 27 tomorrow. Wish you a very, very beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.